Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our AI deep dives. Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting areas of AI, text generation and creativity. We're talking about the technology behind ChatGPT, code assistants like GitHub Copilot, AI story writers, and even those viral AI-generated memes you see everywhere. We'll explore how massive language models like GPT work, what prompt tuning really means, and how you can even build your own text generator using RNNs from scratch. By the end of this video, you'll understand both the cutting edge and the fundamentals. Let's get started. So, what exactly is text generation in natural language processing? At its core, text generation means creating new human-like language automatically. It could be completing a sentence, writing an entire article, generating code, composing poetry, or even creating dialogue for video game characters. The key thing to understand is that modern text generation isn't just random word selection. These models are trained on massive amounts of text data and learn the patterns, grammar, context, and even the style of human language. Think about it. Every time you use autocomplete on your phone, ask ChatGPT a question, or use a code completion tool, you're experiencing text generation in action. Now, there are two main approaches to text generation in the AI world today. First, we have the giants, pre-trained transformer models like GPT, BERT variants, and Claude. These models have billions of parameters and are trained on enormous datasets, covering the entire internet practically. Second, we have custom-built models using recurrent neural networks, or RNNs, specifically LSTMs and GRUs. These are smaller, more focused, and you can train them yourself on specific datasets. The transformer approach gives you power and versatility right out of the box. The RNN approach gives you complete control and understanding of how everything works. Today, we'll cover both. Let me explain the fundamental mechanism that both approaches share: autoregressive generation. Imagine you're writing a sentence word by word. After writing each word, you think about what makes sense next based on what you've already written. That's exactly what these models do. They generate text token by token, where a token could be a word, part of a word, or even a character. Each generated token is fed back as input to predict the next one. It's a continuous loop: predict, generate, feedback, predict again. Here's the beautiful part. The model considers the entire context of what came before. It's not just looking at the last word, it's analyzing the entire sequence to make intelligent predictions about what should come next. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. How does the model choose the next word? Models don't always pick the most probable word. That would make the output boring and repetitive. Instead, we use sampling strategies. The two key parameters you need to know are temperature and top case sampling. Temperature controls randomness. A low temperature like 0.2 makes the model conservative. It picks safe, predictable words. A high temperature like 1.0 or 1.5 makes it creative and sometimes wild. At 0.7, you get a nice balance between coherence and creativity. All right, now let's talk about one of the most powerful techniques in modern AI, prompt tuning. Imagine you have a massive language model with billions of parameters. Retraining it for a specific task would cost thousands of dollars in compute time and require huge data sets. What if I told you there's a way to adapt it to new tasks without changing a single parameter of the base model? That's prompt tuning. Instead of retraining the entire model, we learn a small set of soft prompt embeddings. Think of them as trainable instructions that we prepend to the model's input. Here's the genius part. The massive pre-trained model stays frozen. Only these tiny prompt vectors are updated during training. It's like learning a special key that unlocks different behaviors from the same model. Let me show you why this is revolutionary. Traditional fine-tuning. You update millions or billions of parameters. You need lots of training data, significant compute resources, and you create a whole new copy of the model for each task. Prompt tuning. You update only a few thousand parameters, the soft prompts. You need minimal data, can train on a single GPU, and you keep one base model that works with multiple task-specific prompts. The efficiency gains are massive. You can teach a single GPT model to write marketing copy, answer medical questions, generate code, or chat like Shakespeare, all by swapping out different trained prompts. Let's get practical. Here's how you can generate text using GPT-2 with just a few lines of Python code. First, we import the necessary libraries from Hugging Face Transformers, the go-to toolkit for working with language models. We load both the tokenizer and the model. The tokenizer converts our text into numbers the model understands. Then we write our prompt. This is our starting text. Let's use something creative. Once upon a time, in a distant galaxy. We tokenize the prompt, pass it to the model's generate function, and specify our parameters. Max length for how long the output should be, temperature for creativity, and top K for word selection. Finally, we decode the output back into human-readable text. And boom, the model continues our story. Now, let's clarify an important distinction. Prompt engineering versus prompt tuning. Prompt engineering is the art of crafting effective input text. It's manual, creative work. You design instructions, provide examples, and structure your prompts to get better outputs. No training involved. For example, write a professional email to a client apologizing for a delayed shipment and offering a discount. That's prompt engineering, carefully designed instructions. Prompt tuning, on the other hand, is automated learning. You train soft prompt vectors on a dataset. The model learns the optimal instructions through gradient descent. It's more powerful, but requires some training infrastructure. Most people start with prompt engineering because it's accessible and free. As you scale up, prompt tuning becomes incredibly valuable. One of the coolest applications of prompt tuning is controlled text generation. Want your model to generate positive product reviews? Tune a prompt on positive examples. Need to reduce bias in hiring decision summaries? Create a prompt tuned on bias-free inclusive language. Want to generate code in a specific company style guide? Prompt tuning can learn that. Companies are using this to ensure AI outputs align with brand voice, legal requirements, and ethical guidelines, all without expensive retraining. Now, let's shift gears to the classics, recurrent neural networks, or RNNs. Before transformers dominated the landscape, RNNs, specifically LSTMs and GRUs, were the go-to architecture for sequence modeling and text generation. What makes RNNs special? They have memory. Unlike traditional neural networks that treat each input independently, RNNs maintain a hidden state that carries information from previous steps. Think of it like reading a book. You don't forget what happened in earlier chapters. The RNN's hidden state is its memory of the story so far. LSTMs, or long short-term memory networks, are an advanced version that can remember information over longer sequences by using special gating mechanisms. Building your own text generator with RNNs involves 4 main steps. Step 1. Data preparation. Collect your text corpus. This could be Shakespeare's plays, Python code from GitHub, song lyrics, or anything you want the model to learn. Then, tokenize it into sequences. Step 2. Build the model architecture. Typically, this is an embedding layer to convert tokens to vectors, 1 or more LSTM layers to process sequences, and a dense output layer to predict the next token. Step 3. Training. Feed sequences through the network, calculate the loss between predictions and actual next tokens, and update weights using backpropagation through time. Step 4. Generation. Start with the seed text, predict the next token, add it to the sequence, and repeat. It's auto-regressive generation just like GPT, but on a smaller scale you built yourself. Let me show you what the generation function looks like in code. This is a simplified version using Keras. We define a function that takes our trained model, a seed text to start from, and how many characters or words to generate. Inside the loop, we take the last portion of our generated text, specifically the last sequence length tokens, because that's what our model was trained on. We encode this context, pass it through the model to get predictions, decode the predicted token, and append it to our growing text. After looping for the desired length, we return the complete generated text. Simple but powerful. Let's look at a typical LSTM text generation architecture in more detail. At the bottom, we have the embedding layer. This converts each token ID into a dense vector representation. If our vocabulary has 10,000 words, each might be represented as a 256-dimensional vector. Next come the LSTM layers, usually 1 to 3 layers. Each LSTM cell processes the sequence step by step, maintaining and updating its hidden state. This hidden state captures patterns and context from the text. Finally, we have a dense output layer with softmax activation. This produces a probability distribution over all possible next tokens in our vocabulary. During training, we compare this distribution to the actual next token and minimize the categorical cross-entropy loss. Before we wrap up, here are my top practical tips for better text generation. Tip 1. Experiment with your starting prompts. The seed text massively influences the output. Try different phrasings, tones, and contexts. Tip 2. Tune your temperature carefully. Start at 0.7 and adjust. Lower for factual content, higher for creative writing. Tip 3. For GPT models, use few-shot learning. Include 2 to 3 examples of the task in your prompt. This dramatically improves output quality. Tip 4. For RNN models, dataset quality matters more than quantity. Clean, well-formatted text in your training data leads to much better generation. Tip 5. Use top K or nucleus sampling to prevent the model from choosing unlikely, nonsensical words while maintaining creativity. Finally, let's talk about the cutting edge, modern hybrid approaches. Today's most powerful creative AI systems combine multiple techniques. They use prompt tuning to steer the model's output style and behavior. They integrate retrieval augmented generation, or RAG, which pulls relevant facts from a knowledge base before generating. This grounds the output in real information and reduces hallucinations. They employ advanced decoding strategies like bean search for more coherent long-form text, or constrained decoding to ensure outputs follow specific formats. The result? AI systems that are creative, factually accurate, controllable, and incredibly versatile. These are the engines powering modern AI assistants, content creation tools, and research applications. Let's look at some real-world applications of these techniques. Content creation. Companies like Jasper and Copy.ai use tuned language models to generate marketing copy, blog posts, and social media content. Code generation. GitHub Copilot uses GPT models trained on code to auto-complete entire functions and help developers code faster. Gaming. Modern video games use text generation for dynamic dialogue, quest descriptions, and even procedurally generated storylines. Education. Personalized tutoring systems generate explanations and practice problems tailored to individual students. Healthcare. Clinical documentation assistants help doctors by generating patient notes from conversations. The possibilities are truly endless. And that's a wrap on text generation and creativity. We've covered how both modern transformers and classic RNNs generate text, what prompt tuning is and why it's revolutionary, and how you can build your own text generators from scratch. Text generation AI is evolving rapidly. What took massive resources a few years ago now runs on your laptop. What seemed like magic is becoming a tool anyone can use. If you want to see more content like this, maybe a deep dive into building a custom RNN poetry generator, a prompt tuning tutorial, or exploring other NLP applications, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.